Are you serious? Now the president of Iran wants to get involved. Ahmadinejad. Well, let's just read quickly from the Huffing and Puffington Post. Let me read this to you, okay? The United States has no excuse to keep troops in the Middle East after killing Al-Qaeda's leader Osama bin Laden, said a senior Iranian official today, May the 2nd, 2011. Foreign Ministry spokesman Maman Parest said the United States can no longer keep their troops in the region under the pretext of fighting terrorism now that Osama bin Laden is dead. The Al-Qaeda leader was killed in a raid by the elite United States Armed Forces in Pakistan on May the 1st, 2011. They must leave. The excuse for alien countries to deploy troops in this region under the pretext of fighting terrorism has been eliminated. They have to go. Please, we'll go when we want to. And here's the deal, dude. Let me just explain it to you. You don't know anything about Bible prophecy, but I'm going to explain it. There is called a war in the book of Revelation. Of course, you don't read the Bible, you read the Quran. And that's a false doctrine, a false prophet Muhammad. So let me explain it to you. In the Bible, in the book of Revelation, it talks about the battle of Gog and Magog. The battle of good and evil. Now, America is not leaving. After World War II, we never left Germany. We never left Japan. We've never left Cuba. We're not going to leave. We've never left Kuwait since the Iraqi war. We've not left Qatar. We're not going to leave Iraq. Kandahar's base in Afghanistan, we will never leave it. We're never going to leave the Middle East. Do you hear me, Iran? Do you hear me? We're not going anywhere. Why would we leave? To give you a clear shot at Jerusalem with your twisted sister brother, President Assad of Syria, and the Hezbollah setting in the southern part of Lebanon, and the Hamas that sits in Palestine, and the Muslim Brotherhood, and the Hamas teaming up over in Egypt, and those Al-Qaedas that are still looming around in Yemen. We're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. So we crushed the head of Al-Qaeda. We crushed it. We killed Osama bin Laden. We shot him through the left eye, according to the reports that when the 24 Navy SEALs, there was a man living next door to Osama bin Laden. Okay, this is a very rich, you gotta understand, Osama bin Laden was not in a cave like he liked to portray himself as. He was living in a mansion in a rich suburbs less than an hour's drive from Islamabad. This dude wasn't hanging in no cave. He had servants and maids, and he had this guy. He's a hypocrite. Well, he's dead. I'm sorry. He's dead. He was the head of Al-Qaeda till we crushed him. That's right. You know, I think he probably thought he was going to get to ride off in some white horse with Muhammad. Instead, he got the last thing he looked at was the eyes of the United States Armed Forces. Young military men with the ability to take an M16 and shoot him right between the eyes. Actually, they shot him through the left eye. Blew out the back of his head. Okay? That's the last thing he's seen. Now, once his body was lowered into the bottom of the ocean, my question is, when his spiritual eyelids lift, who's the first face he sees? Muhammad? Jesus? Or Lucifer? Now, let me just say this. Let's go back to Iran for a minute. Some of you say, man, Paul, you're bold, man, to say these things. I'm asking you the question. You tell me. I'm asking you the question. You tell me. Now, here's the... And you know what most of you are doing? Instead of answering the question, you're saying, he's not dead. He's not dead. He's not dead. He's not dead. They're lying. It's a lie. It's a lie. Or you're saying he died 8 years ago. You know. Which is it? Guys, listen to me for a minute, okay? This is all Bible prophecy. This is why Iran wants America to leave. Okay, let me finish the article here from the Huffington Puffington Post. excuse for the alien in countries to deploy troops into the region under the pretext of fighting terrorism must be eliminated. Must be. He said, according to the state news agencies, he must go. He's got to go. The development clearly shows that there is no need. There's no need for the military deployment to counter one of the individuals. We hope that this deployment will end soon. According to our laws, Islamic Sharia laws, and that we don't want to see any more infidels in our region. Here's the deal. Daniel, the book of Daniel says, many countries will fall, including Egypt, Libya, and Ethiopia. We're going to take Gaddafi out. Actually, I think Obama's just going to let NATO handle that one, handle his light work. That's going to take place. They're going to go down. We already know that Tunisia fell, Egypt fell, Yemen's president has resigned, so that's fallen. Ivory Coast did by election and then pulled the President Gbagbo out of a hole, pulled him out of a bunker, and they got rid of him by the hair of the head. Okay, Algeria's in a lot of trouble. Bahrain looks like it won't make it. The Middle East is upside down. And while that's going on, Iran has still got its fingers on nuclear warheads, trying to figure out how to use them. And President Assad, which he'll probably fall. But he's got a lot of reasons why they don't want him to go, because he's such a twin kissing cousin with Ahmadinejad of Iran. So let's keep our eyes on what's going on in the Middle East. Now, this battle of Gog and Magog, which is found in the book of Revelation, truly is pointing us toward this direction. Okay? Let's keep our eye on it. My good buddy Philip down in Alabama sent me some information on this article. And also, good friend down there in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Stephen says that, look, Paul, you got to be realistic here. This thing, what about the March 15th? Now, this is real important. You do know there's an infada, I believe is how you pronounce it, infada. It's similar to a jihad. Has been declared by some of the radical Muslims in the region. And they've declared that on May the 15th. They're declaring in 2 weeks, May the 15th, to march on Jerusalem and create a holy infada or jihad. Now, I'm real concerned what this is going to do. I'm not sure. Israel's beefing up its military and protection. America's going nowhere. So let's keep an eye on these things. Now, this is a little bit more breaking news for you. I'm Paul Begley, trying not to be sarcastic, but I'm just being realistic that we are living in the last days. And here's my question for those of you who aren't saved. You're watching birds fall out of the sky, fish wash up on shore, cows pitch over dead, earthquakes in Japan, tsunamis 30 foot high, the mountains blowing off the tops of volcanoes, the earth reeling and rocking and shifting off its axis 9.8 inches and actually causing the earth's day to be shorter, fulfilling more Bible prophecy in Matthew 24:22, for except the days be shortened, there be no flesh saved. You hear of eagles, 7,000 eagles gathering in landfills in Vancouver, Canada, eating the carcasses of rats and scraps and all kinds of different things there in the landfills, fulfilling Bible prophecy. In Matthew 24, verse 28, it says, Jesus said, where the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. We know eagles are not vultures, they're not scavengers, but they will do it in these last days. It's a sign of it. You do understand that all these 12 nations that are uprising and rioting and overthrowing their leaders and fighting and wars and rumors of wars is all part of the prediction. You do understand that different earthquakes hitting in different places are causing a concern for the earth to literally crack apart as it's shifting on its own axis and completely struggling with its ability to maintain some kind of consistency. And then, of course, America had the 422 tornadoes in the month of April, leaving 339 dead on May 28th. Are you saved? I can't even touch all the Bible prophecy. It's happening so fast, like radiation is out there. And there's a superbug virus that antibiotics don't work against. AIDS epidemic continues to rise. Nobody wants to talk about it. Abortion, we hit 60 million in America. What about China? It's forced abortion there. Oh, and they arrested 100 Christians in China for praying in public. They arrested 36 Christians on Easter Sunday because they said they were going to go to a church service. They didn't even get there. They just got arrested because they said they were going. They went and jerked pastors out of bed the night before Easter Sunday because they were fearful they were going to hold home services with some of the believers. But oh, Beijing is such a nice place. Are you saved? When are they coming to your home near you? England? Italy, America, Canada. When are they coming to you? South Africa, Australia, New Zealand. When are they going to knock on your door in Paris, France, in Belgium, Luxembourg, and Poland, Romania, and Bulgaria? When are the communists and the radical jihadists going to team up together? When are they coming to a town near you? When is the church bells going to stop ringing? When will the Bibles no longer be on the printing press? When will the new world order take place? The mark of the beast. How close are we to it? And my question to you is, if you're not a Christian, if you can't serve God now in the times we live in of freedom, how are you going to serve Him under Sharia law and communist regimes? If you're not saved, send me a personal message right here on YouTube. I want to be saved. I want to be saved. I want to be saved. Go to my website. I've got scriptures of salvation linking you to the parallel Bible to help you understand. Pictures of people who were saved in Mexico City. Links to my best YouTube videos of all time. Scriptures, information of how to help you become a Christian. Would you go there, www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. We've had 161 salvations so far on this YouTube channel, and more are coming in. I want you to be saved. I'm Paul Begley. Jesus is coming soon. He is coming soon.